So after watching the last episode of My Hero Academia, I can confidently say that Torra Shigaraki is a victim of terrible writing. What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Jet back again once again, and today we're talking about My Hero Academia final season episode 7. I'm always gonna be late when it comes to talking about these new episodes because I just can't cope with the fact that 10 years of peak fiction is coming to an end. I literally built my entire channel's success off this series, and now it's coming to an end. This shit means something to me, man. So we kick off this episode with Kotaro, Tenko Shigaraki's dad, slapping him. Deku tries to come in, but of course there's a barrier stopping him. We see that Kotaro would tell Shigaraki that his grandma is not a good person. A hero is somebody who would hurt their family in order to protect a stranger. And it's not wrong. That's the only proof he's had in his life. Nana Shimura finally realizes that he only kept that picture simply as a reminder of how life used to be. It's a symbol of generational trauma that was passed down onto young Torra, who had to suffer the consequences of Nana being weak, of dying to all for one. This is what I love about My Hero. It's able to make you feel on so many different layers because on one hand, both Shigaraki and Kotaro's feelings are valid. They feel abandoned, they were hurt, but at the same time, it's not her fault that she died. She shouldn't have to apologize for dying, for not being strong enough, but yet at the same time, she does. Nana smashes the barrier, stopping Kotaro from slapping his son, Deku, coming in to save the young boy. And all Nana can do is apologize for not coming back for her son. Apologize that her death caused so much pain to young Tenko as she fades away. Her sacrifice was the last one that we needed in order to fully destroy this trauma Death Star. Then we see that Deku gets teleported inside of Shigaraki's backstory, a memory showcasing how Torra Shigaraki came to be. It all plays out like normally. He's crying, holding his dog for comfort when his quirk awakens, accidentally decaying his dog. His sister comes out as she sees the bloody mess in front of him and runs away. And as little Tenko tries to stop her, that's when a baby Deku comes in and stops Tenko, going hand to hand with him. Why did you grab his hand? I mean, I get it, adrenaline, you're not really thinking, but you could have grabbed his wrist or something, you know, maybe throw him in a full Nelson, I don't know. But when you actually sit down and think about it, it fits the story perfectly. Hands in My Hero Academia are a really big symbol. I mean, take an actual look at how many times hands appear within the series. I mean, hell, the main villain's whole motif is hand-based. And when it comes to being a real hero, you need to be able to take the hand of somebody in need. And that's exactly what Deku is doing. He's taking Shigaraki's hand. My apologies, this is young Tenko that we are saving right here. And this boy is crying, pleading for us to save him. He's talking about how he loved to destroy. That's what his hands were made for, just uttering the words of all for one. Wrestling with the guilt of killing his family and his hatred for his father. You truly do feel bad for Shigaraki here because he was just a kid when all of this happened and society failed him. He's not justified in destruction, but he is justified in his feelings towards Hero Society. Because if they did their job, Torra Shigaraki would not be here. But then Deku, unwilling to let go of Tenko's hand, tells him that if he was there, he would have saved him. There's no need for your anger to feel you anymore because I am here. And with those words, Tenko Shimura is saved, but at the cost of Deku's arms. Because Deku proves that a true hero is willing to save anyone, no matter the sacrifice. Bravo, Studio Bones, way to clutch up here at the end by perfectly giving us Deku and Shigaraki's conclusion. This moment will bring a tear to a grown man's eye, and I love how Horikoshi was able to write Shigaraki. I wish we got to see more of him fighting, but at the end of the day, My Hero has always been about the story and the emotions, and Torra Shigaraki's story would be perfectly wrapped up here. But it gets even better, because even though Tenko Shimura was saved, you can't erase the past. Torra Shigaraki is still alive, and he has lived a life where he has made friends who cared about him. And as much as Tenko Shimura idolized All Might, he knows that he is a villain now. He knows that his purpose, and you can stamp out his hatred. You can save him, but he is still gonna be a hero for the villains, because they need somebody who will fight for them. They need somebody who was willing to stand up to a society who gave birth to them in the first place. Torra Shigaraki and the entire League of Villains have been written this way to showcase the bad qualities of hero society. They are the necessary evil that the system was meant to prevent in the first place. And they are a wake-up call that hero society needs to do better. That's why Shigaraki is one of, if not the best new gen villain. And that is not an opinion. That is simply a fact of life. We see that there are millions and millions of people around the world that are cheering on Shigaraki to destroy society. I guess you could say Torra Shigaraki is the voice of the voiceless. So when I was reading this part in the manga, I was crying and I was like, man, Tenko is saved, war is over. And then we get the big twist that All For One retakes over Shigaraki's body. Why? I get it. It's cool, big twist. Personally, and you guys might disagree, personally, I think this sucked. We did not need All For One coming back. And I'm not, and the way that it was set up with Kotaro being manipulated by All For One from birth, that could have been fine, right? We could have had that revealed. We didn't need All For One coming back. You just really hold Shigaraki. He would have been definitively the best antagonist of new gen, modern gen, whatever you want to call it. But the fact you do this bullshit with All For One coming back and just being the scapegoat for all of My Hero's atrocities fucking suck. It's like every single bad thing in My Hero circles back to him, and that's not the right way to write a story like this in My Hero, where your biggest focus is world building and society. One person cannot have the world by the balls like this. I promise you, it's boring just figuring out, oh, it was all For One's fault. Like, I get it, Shigaraki, keep look, this is how I'm gonna do it. During the battle in the UA coffin in the sky, when Shigaraki originally swallowed the All For One personality, there should have been a short fight within the vestige world between the two vestiges, so that way we get a final conflict between the two. All For One tries to take over Shigaraki's body and completely swallow him. Factors fight within the vestige world, you see them go crazy, and then boom, Shigaraki wins. You have him try to reveal everything that was revealed in this episode about manipulating him from birth, and Shigaraki's hatred is just too much. He's like, nah, this is my time now, old man, and just beats All For One. Like, dog, oh my god. And a lot of people like how the ending of My Hero is, and at the end of the day, I think Horikoshi executed his story the best way it could, alright? I'm fine with the ending of My Hero, but personally, I just feel like there was no reason to bring back All For One. Like, the rest of this episode, you guys, I'm not gonna review it. All right, you guys, I literally just spent like a minute or two arguing how I don't like the ending of it, but it was fine. All right, you know, fucking Ojiro, Sero, and Sato coming in and putting hands on All For One. Why are they able to do that? What were you niggas doing? Why are you injured? Like, there's no reason. Oh, this is something else I hate. Oh, wow, Deku loses his arms. That was way better in the manga. Dog, like, when it happened in the manga, you had a week to have that panel marinate in your head. Dang, Deku has no arms. And then it just gets fixed the next week. But nah, in the anime, it's like fucking 5 minutes. I love My Hero, I really do, but it's just this ending. This part here, it's very divisive. And if you're a fan of me, just know that a lot of hating's gonna come out in these next couple videos, but I promise I'm gonna keep it positive. If I'm being for real, I like how the anime did it. They adapted it well, the voice acting, the animation, pretty good. You know, not bad. But I just hate the writing choice of bringing All For One back. Sorry for this video being late. Now it's not only me just being upset that My Hero is gone, it's also me being upset that the ending was not changed.